Progress is not inevitable, it's up to us to create it. Sidewalk Labs, a sister company to Google, has taken this responsibility upon itself and is planning to build the world's first smart city from the internet up. This comes after they won the bid put out by a Canadian agency to create a plan and funding for a 12-acre piece of land on Toronto's eastern waterfront. Their goal is to create a revolutionary city free from the problems most cities have, such as traffic, pollution, threats to public safety, and unaffordable housing. Connectivity is to be the cornerstone of this urban utopia. It would be data-driven, and data would allow it to ease traffic flow with adaptive traffic lights. Quote, "With heightened ability to measure the neighborhood comes better ways to manage it." End quote. One aspect that really caught my attention was the pavement itself. The tiles would be able to melt snow, absorb stormwater, and redirect traffic with LED lights. Self-driving shuttles, as well as delivery robots and drones, would also be implemented. While most of these features have been implemented in other areas across the world, this will be the first city with data collection and new technology being so concentrated. After all, 12 acres is not that much, but what Sidewalk Labs are going to do with it could change the way city planners across the world think. This project would create about 9,000 short-term construction jobs, as well as 3,900 long-term jobs, consisting mostly of office jobs, with some retail, production, and community jobs as well. The initial plans also shows 6,200 residents occupying the city. While this might seem like the perfect world to some, others are opposing this plan, and with good reason. Smart cities are, after all, mostly an invention of the private sector. Many think that tech companies and public corporations are not the ones who should be managing our cities, especially a city with data collection as a cornerstone. That is indeed the community of Toronto's biggest concern. Sidewalk Labs have been, to euphemize, less than generous when giving information about exactly what data will be collected, who will rightfully own it, and whether they would be able to distribute or monetize it. These concerns has grown so big that some who worked on the project have distanced themselves or outright quit out of concern for the privacy of the residents of the city. Anne Kavukian, who now heads the Privacy by Design Centre of Excellence at Ontario's Ryerson University, is one of these people. When she was first approached to become a consultant for the project, she was thrilled. She wanted to ensure that it would be a smart city of privacy, not a smart city of surveillance. Her concern with the project was that people wouldn't be able to opt out of having their data collected. For example, when using certain apps on your phone, you have the option of granting it certain permissions of what private information it has access to. Anne's concern was that people would not be given the option to deny such a request. In order to ensure better privacy, Anne requested that Sidewalk Labs de-identified all data at source. This means that all data received by whoever would own it would be completely generic and anonymous. No one would have their personal data used or distributed. While Sidewalk Labs agreed to these terms, they told her that they could not guarantee that everyone else involved would do the same. Upon hearing this, Anne resigned, saying, "I had to do it because I had to make a statement that this was not acceptable." At a public roundtable in May 2018, Sidewalk Labs released the Responsible Data Use Framework, which said that all data would be collected transparently, stored openly whenever possible, and be put to a beneficial purpose. The company also said that it would never sell personal data to third parties or use it for advertising. This still leaves some questions, such as, what is a beneficial purpose defined as? It also only states that it would not sell personal data, and doesn't say anything about data in aggregate amounts. For the past couple of months, Sidewalk Labs has been trying to downplay the data collection aspect of the development, with barely a mention of the word data in its August presentation. The final master plan of the neighborhood is expected from Sidewalk Labs in the spring of 2019. I think that Sidewalk Labs is taking a big step in the right direction. While some say that corporations should not be managing something like this, ask yourself, who else will? Government agencies usually don't get off too easily when using tax dollars for purposes not directly relating to national problems, which leaves the innovation of our world more secure in the hands of giant tech companies which strive to do things no one has ever done before and create a more efficient and user-friendly neighborhood which meets the demands of the people. Thank you all for watching. If this video even remotely poked some interest to you, please subscribe to make sure you catch the next episodes. If you have any suggestions of topics for me to cover in future episodes, please leave a comment down below.